Headline, Starlight.
One tie against the Colts in Houston. Can they get one here in Jacksonville? Pierce breaking tackles.
You just want to say, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck you, fuck you.
Picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Right now. Right on. Right on.
If you buck, why? No, 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 if you buck, why? J on the track, nigga. If you duck, if you duck, if you buck, it's time for all the security. If you get around, it's going down. Yeah, well I'm a cat-tone pistol holding nigga on your damn street. Stomping, jumping, bumping, every car off in this damn thing. Throwing the balls up at these soldiers, screaming and bleeding from their nose. But when we start, that's when we make them niggas hit the flow. Ain't no game off in this thing. We be deep off in your party. Call my niggas get it started. And with niggas be the hardest. So if a nigga come and run they mouth just like a hoe, punch him dead up in his nose and stomp his ass out to the floor.
Yeah, we nucky and bucky and ready to fight. I bet ya I'ma throw them dice. I haters best to think twice. See me, I ain't nothing nice. And call my beat ain't no stopping. Becky like Saddam Hussein killer and that's Osama bin Laden. Like they said, it got popping and I am acting a fool. I wish I had a wicked crunk up on this crime I threw. Now enough is enough. Why I run? Niggas stuck. Why I love?
At the 50-yard line. He walked through our whole offensive, our whole huddle on our end zone and came a long way around to get to his side of the field in the pregame. Thought that wasn't classy at all. And so in the postgame, I'm not about to give you the Obama bro hug. I'm going to shake your hand and I'm going to go on. I'm going to always be respectful and respect the game. You got the great guys, W.C. Gordons, Eddie G. Robinsons, those guys, Marino Chasm. I'm living on the shoulders of the SWAC. He ain't SWAC.
What's part two on that?
Can you explain exactly what happened in the post-game handshake?
I walked up to, my exact words was, hey man, you had them ready to play. Good game. And shook hands and tried to embrace and he pushed off. That was it.
Whew. Push off, look like you pushed off. Yeah.
I saw multiple angles and he gave me still for him that nice Heisman and it looked like he slung his arm off of him. So it did look like Dion was the one who slung his arm off. But what do I know?
Man, you pushed off. Free Agent Sports Blog week number 7. And boy, was week number 6. Everybody was about it. I just want to go ahead and put this disclaimer out there. This episode ain't for the kids because I started off with the music.
We see. I said that earlier it wasn't for the kids.
Wow. It was not about the kids. I was like, bruh, you know what? We there. We gonna go there. Mo, how y'all feeling today?
After everything that transpired this past week, I'm just flabbergasted, but I'm happy to be back another week.
Well, saints, we're back in the house of the Lord. Yes, Lord.
It's that we the saints or in the house of the Lord.
Yes, Lord. Amen.
We blessed.
Hold on. Mo, this ain't that type of church. We in a different type of church.
Apparently.
Go ahead. Come on, Pastor Zoe. Come on, tell it like it is, Bishop Zoe.
We come in shaking out their ass, throwing them bowls and busting them heads.
Busting them heads, Pastor. Come on, Bishop. Come on, Bishop.
God. You know, you said peace be still, but also peace is made of steel.
Come on, Bishop.
You know what I'm saying? Just for my church goers, you know, Deacon or Deaconess Madill would say, you know, in the book of, no, I'm gonna stop right there.
I'm about to say Madill goes by the church. She don't go to the church, but by the church.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
My Lord.
My Lord.
It's been a good fighting weekend, and shout out to the G-Men for fighting hard, you know what I'm saying? That's all we can ask for till we get better.
I mean, they put the G in fight. Can we get that G back now? Just saying.
Hallelujah.
Because when you got your football alarms from the G making hashtags on Facebook,
I just want to know how long we gonna go without just G on this helmet?
Man, what do they need to do to earn it? Because if based on what I saw last week, they earned it.
Well, if you ask me, they need to get the kids back their G and take the G from the coaches. That's who needs to earn it.
Yeah, because
you telling me that kids, if they've been playing for 3 years, let's just say that this is their senior season. You're telling me that you all of a sudden come in and say that they got to earn their G, but this is literally your first year as a coach at the school. It seems to me you need to earn it more than they do.
Right.
Might want to know the history of the program before you come in trying to change stuff.
But who are we? We just alumni that worked in the program and.
I had a fee sheet, so I'm SWAC.
First of all,
we got paid.
We are SWAC. We are SWAC. That's who we is. I don't care what nobody says. Hey, I am SWAC.
I got my SWAC hours. I'm SWAC.
I am SWAC. I don't care what they say, baby. You can try your best.
2 times, baby.
Mo did it twice. Well, I did it twice too, but Mo went to Graham and Valley. So Mo definitely, you got your SWAC jacket Letterman, so it's coming.
Yes,
it's coming.
Yes. It's in the mail.
Does it count if you grew up in the SWAC? Like
yes, you SWAC.
Okay.
Hold on, let me say this though. When I heard the name, I thought he was related to the Eddie Robinson family. Kind of find out he just got a name.
He just got a name.
He went to Alabama State, so I found that out, and he made it to the league from Alabama State. So I mean, technically he's SWAC, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just give my president Deion SWAC because right now he's the king of the SWAC.
Mm-hmm.
He got a smile. He all right.
I'm about to say the thing is, I wouldn't have went that far and say that he's not SWAC. I would have said that he's not a product of the SWAC. Like you have to specify, you can't just say that he's not SWAC because he's invested in it. And from someone who works in athletics, and I've been to multiple institutions that are not my own, worked at Tuskegee. Now I'm at Harris Stowe. So, I mean, technically, I know that I'm not a product of those schools, but I still put my blood, sweat, and tears into those institutions. So, I mean, I can understand why Deion, they did a spoof for that too, by the way. But you didn't see that?
I seen it all. I seen it all, man. I
was like, these people are quick.
Hey, bro, from yesterday to today, before, literally, I want to say 7 o'clock my time. The SWAC ran Twitter. But go ahead, Mo.
So, I can understand why he would say he's not a product of the SWAC because he's not. But like you said, Florida, he is undisputedly the king of the SWAC right now. And his team is competing really well right now. Mm-hmm. I would like to give a shout out to Alabama State because they didn't just get beat down, I can understand where the coach was coming from because, I mean, I've been seeing all of the debates. I've been commenting on some of them, but others I just have to realize you can't argue with a person from Jackson State because it just doesn't work because they're going to see it in their light no matter what. But my take on that is the comments where you saying you playing down to an HBCU level, the antagonizing. I think that on a professional side, you need to leave the trash talking and stuff like that to the players because you are supposed to be a professional and you trash talking. And I understand they said by multiple media sources, they said that Jackson State was late in getting to the stadium. They got there maybe an hour before kickoff, according to certain media sources. So traditionally, Deion does walk around the entire stadium. However, if your team was late getting there and that team was down there warming up or whatever the case may be, because of the heightened tension, you should not have walked through them people. Well, even if it was no tension, I just don't think that a visiting coach needs to walk through the opponent's team. Like, I see that as a sign of disrespect because at the end of the day, why are you walking through my team? I understand that this may be your pregame ritual, but because of forces outside of your own or things that you couldn't control with your team getting there late, you should have been in the locker room or getting your team to the field to go ahead and warm up in the time that they had remaining instead of walking around pregame ritual because now you're behind. So at that point, that's something that should have been skipped and you should have went right to getting your team ready to flow. Now, I do not agree with the players cursing him out and stuff like that when he walked through. But at the same time, had he not done that, then the players wouldn't have had an opportunity in order to curse him out. So I see it as a cause and effect, the ebb and flow type thing. If he hadn't placed himself in that situation, it wouldn't have happened. And I could see where Coach Robinson felt disrespected and he wasn't obligated to do the bro hug. All he had to do, he shook hands. That was the sportsmanship thing to do. He did that and he stopped him. And people are like, well, he could have did it differently. He could have just let him lean in and they could have whispered. And, you know, excuse my language for how I'm going to say this. At that point, he could have leaned in his ear and said, I don't fuck with you. But he didn't do that. You know, he just let him know. He gave him that stiff arm like, no, we ain't on that level. That's not me and you. And people was bringing up when Alabama State put the picture of Deion on the scoreboard and doing that tragic spring season. And I'm like, okay, I could understand that y'all still got a chip on your shoulder about that. But at the end of the day, that was under a different regime. That wasn't even his coach. That was the other coach. So you can't fault him for something that was done before him. He had nothing to do with it. So I think that it was a lot of tension going into that game. Deion wasn't exactly pleased with the fact that Alabama State scheduled him for homecoming. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Alabama State like Jackson State's homecoming last year?
I think so.
But he explained that it was just how the schedule lined up. It wasn't no personal agenda. It just is their first home game was like another classic game. And then you got the Turkey Day Classic, so they really didn't have too much room to schedule home game, to schedule a homecoming.
And that's the thing. Like up until a couple of years ago, the Turkey Day Classic was homecoming. But it makes no sense to put all of your eggs in one basket when you can separate them and actually carve out a homecoming and you make money that way. Plus, people are still coming for Turkey Day. So I would do the same thing.
Right.
It's a business decision. And let's just be real. It's Jackson State. We know Deion going to talk and he going to bring Jackson State's crowd with him.
It was the best business decision ever because, you know, you probably, the Turkey Day Classic, that's big. But to bring that extra Jackson State money plus the people was coming and plus that you play, and plus you playing Jackson State for homecoming, more people was going to be there just to see if you could beat Jackson State. So it was probably one of the best businesses in Alabama State ever made. I would really want to know not how much Alabama State made, but how much the city of Montgomery made this past Saturday, because it had to be over $2 million.
It had to be a lot. They sold out the stadium. The game was sold out.
It had to be over $2 million.
And, you know, Jackson State was claiming just a point of privilege. Jackson State was claiming that they was the first to sell out their stadium. That's not true. Tuskegee stole it out the first year that they opened the stadium.
Yeah.
Because Tuskegee was Turkey Day.
Is there a SWAC rule or NCAA rule that she really not supposed to cross the 50 doing warm-ups. Because I know even when I was working with football, we had.
Hold on, before you go there, Zoe, because if it is a rule, and I saw that too. That is a rule. But how he came out the tunnel, he went all the way around to get to him. If he would have went the other way, I don't think it would have been a problem. But since the rule state he can't cross the 50, but the rule doesn't state how he get to the 50.
But still, this is my first time seeing him.
It's a loophole. I saw it was a loophole.
And then it's a show. I say it's a show because you got cameras, you got your state troopers going with you.
Right.
It's literally a show. Like it's not just saying it's a show. It's literally a show because he posts this on YouTube. Like this goes on his social media. He's a brand. Literally. And I can understand because even prior to him getting to Jackson State, there was like the series on the school that he owned or whatever out in Texas.
Yeah.
All show.
So they was recording them and they've been following, like, of course they're going to follow Shador. They've been following him since he was in high school. So I think, I understand you having the cameras and stuff like that, but that means that not only are you walking through my warm-up, but so is your state trooper. So is your camera people.
And your son with the IG page.
Exactly. So you got all of this, and the way this looks to these players, plus this other coach is, I ain't got no respect for y'all. I'm showing them everywhere that I can go anywhere I want to go.
Right.
That's the way I took it. I've been to Alabama State Stadium before, and
I have. I want to go.
He could have went the other way.
I just think the fact that he didn't go speak to the coach before the game at the 50, that y'all could have went and talked about that before they ended all this shit. That this is not going to be for the kids today.
But you paused on his sideline. You paused on Alabama State sideline.
He came out stretching and doing all kinds of stuff before he even started moving on their sideline.
Even after he made a cross through the first group, when he got to Alabama State sideline, he paused and stretched some more. It's a show. That's it. It's a show.
And look, all I got to say is they gonna put some on Alabama A&M
because of them shirts.
What? They gonna put some on Alabama A&M coming to Jackson?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I laughed at the shirts. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed from my hill.
It's hilarious.
And they move quick too.
Like I hope Jackson. Look, if you put 66 on Grambling, you got to at least put 70 on Alabama A&M. He ain't SWAC, paper SWAC. So,
I mean, it's a nice design.
Me personally, I would have blocked the JSU on his shirt.
Yeah. No free advertisement.
Come on now. Well, anything else before we get into these SWAC schools?
The brawl. Anybody heard anything about the suspensions yet? Because I tried to go on their website to see, but I didn't see anything on the SWAC page.
They're investigating it still. I mean, like for the Southern players, it's clear because they have their numbers on the warm-up stuff, but for PV, they're in the warm-ups. I mean, unless you personally know them by face, it's gonna take a little bit over on the PV side.
I think it's gonna hurt Southern this week though.
My only question: why were they going in the locker room at the same time?
My question was number 74. The way he ate that sneak, he ate it like this man straight punched him in the jaw, and this man started licking his fingers and looking at the man.
Let me go back to it because I saw that too. I was like, this man really ate that. I'm like, no, there's no way you're going to punch me and think we ain't about to do something. Like, I ain't finna keep moving. Like, hold on. Let me go.
There was one dude with number 3 got slung across on the ground from Southern. I was like, wait a minute.
It's going to be cause for problems when you got one way in, one way out. When both your lockers towards the same direction, you're going to get
that. Okay, I understand that, but they still should have held one team.
Like with the Cotton Bowl, it's one way, it's one tunnel. with Cotton Bowl, but the Cotton Bowl has precaution. They have more security working the tunnel. They not just
I just seen the security in that
It-
video.
that right there ain't got nothing to do with security. That got to do with coaches. Like the coaches, Southern coaches or Praire View coaches. One coach said, hold up, let them go through. Even if it's
considering the tensions was high.
Come on, bro. You gotta feel that shit like, hey, whoa, hold on. Y'all go, let them go through, then we'll go through.
Right.
Like that's on
And
the
then
coaches
you got
right
some
there.
people saying that they shouldn't have posted this. This is these young men's livelihood. I'm sorry. These young, regardless of whether it would have got posted on Twitter or anything like that, it was still recorded.
Sleep for the Rich posted his hat first, then posted the fight.
Yes.
His hat was in the video. Sleep for the Rich was there. Come on, that was promotion for him. Another show.
Shameless plug. Because he posted
It was already
there
bad.
twice.
It was already bad blood.
And in there again.
It was it was one hell of a weekend, baby.
Yeah, it was already bad blood.
I was like, dog, Graham should have fought. Yeah. Graham should have fought Alabama A&M.
Technically, they did, but not physically.
Oh no, we've been throwing blows.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one question before we get into this. So, Southern beat PV. PV beat Graham. Southern and PV. I don't think PV and Southern play Alcorn yet.
Southern's going to play Alcorn this week.
Okay. Yep. Now, with that being said, do you think Graham got a shot?
Nope.
Right now, no, because Grambling is dead last and they're 0-3. They're not even in the hunt right now.
But they only lost to on this side was PV.
But the game from Alabama A&M, I think they counted.
Yeah.
And who else did they play?
Man, I hate how no, that's it. They don't play A&M, Jackson, and PV.
Well, on the website, they have them at 0-3.
They can't be 0-3 in this way because they only played A&M, PV, and Jackson.
Boom. We lost to Bethune.
Oh, Bethune. Yeah.
Bethune.
That was a stupid loss. I hate it. Let's get to these picks because I want to talk about that doggone Bethune Cookman kind of pissed me off.
Yeah. Decided to be sporadically great.
Like, come on, bro. Y'all really gonna let Tennessee State just come in there?
Bethune going Bethune.
Who this out doing? All right.
My first mind, I actually had picked Tennessee State. But
I was with you, Mo. I was gonna pick Tennessee State, but I said, you know what? Tennessee State.
I only went with them because I changed it after talking, and I was like, well, Tennessee State ain't won a game. I was like, well, Jesus, let me pick Bethune. At least they don't won a game, at least.
Right.
By the way, Bethune is in Jacksonville, Florida, currently right now, getting ready for Jackson State.
Oh.
Alcorn versus Valley. Alcorn came through. Zoe.
Good job.
Yeah.
I hate taking it, but yeah.
Then we had FAMU versus South Carolina State. I think the team going to come up out the MEAC is going to be North Carolina Central. I think they're going to get revenge on the Celebration Bowl, and I hope they beat Jackson State. All right, here we go. We got Jackson State versus Alabama State. I mean, technically, Alabama State won the push, but Jackson State won the game in the advertisement. Texas Southern versus UAPB. It really was it kind of pissed me off. But I guess Texas Southern decided, hey, we did beat Southern.
Stu.
That's the new name for them. No more Texas Southern, just straight Stu. And then we had Southern versus PV. Let me ask y'all a question. Who won the fight?
From when I was looking at the Southern players getting slung around, I ain't gonna lie.
Southern people was jumping some players.
Yeah, they was jumping people, but Praire View won back and down. And it looked like Praire View people was kind of outnumbered, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think that the fight, I would have to give the Southern because they had the numbers and they was jumping people. So I mean, there's no rules in it. I mean, if you fighting, you fighting. And
I'm gonna give it to Southern because 74 turned the other cheek.
He ate that thing. When he started licking on his fingers, I was like, this man is a different kind of animal. Like,
yeah, I missed that part.
Yeah, he must be straight up out. He ain't even from Baton Rouge. He probably from Zachary. Anyways.
If he ate it, he cornbread fed.
Yeah, last week.
He's big. He's like an old lamb.
Last week, 3-2, 3-2, 2-3. This week, 5-2, 4-3, 4-3. Zoe with the comeback. It's actually 36-13. Let me erase that. Thank you. Zoe 36-13. Mo 34-15. I'm 35-14. We still got a close.
Still got a chance, yay!
So within one game with each other.
Everybody in one game with each other. A flip. I mean, I pick A&M. I pick Tennessee State. Mo go with her first choice. It's a tie. We don't know, but we got another week to get this.
It's a dog fight.
It's a dog fight for real. So let me go here. Boom, boom, boom. Because I forgot to put the picks in. So let's go to these games for this week. SWAC football, aka WWE.
You want to know what's really bad? Now, for the man, he only does SEC really. His name is Jermaine Funderman Johnson. He's on social media. He's a Bama person, but why the push-off between the altercation or whatever you want to call it after the game between Alabama State and Prime made it into the week's recap?
Oh, boy.
I think I got an alert from ESPN, too.
Oh, it was all on Undisputed. First take. I'm going to just say this. I appreciate what Deion doing. The SWAC got noticed, but yeah, it was funny. It was a funny week. I ain't gonna lie. All right. So let me just go ahead and get to this game. This game is in Jacksonville, Florida. I thought I was gonna go, but I might not. But we got Jackson State versus Bethune. Let's get that out of the way. We all going with JSU.
Prime.
Do you think it would be another fight?
No.
Zoe?
If he gets stiff arm again, he might throw some blows this go around.
Hey, look, dear Prime, just stick your hand out. Hey, great game, keep it moving. Be like, hey, Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher.
Stepping on 9 toes.
Oh, that's dirty. That's all that is. All right, Mo, we got.
I thought he had 8 toes though. I thought it was 2 toes taken. But
what the hell?
I know. I'm being so for not trying. I thought he was down to 8 because the way they cut it, it looked like it was 8.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 too. Cause the video, I remember the video when
I thought they said in the media that he had a couple toes cut off.
He did it. I thought it was the big toe and the toe next to it, whatever that's called.
The toe next to the big toe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Valley going to Alabama State.
Yeah, it might be a fight. He do that dance. I ain't gonna lie, dance kind of. He can't say dance ain't SWAC. Dance graduated from Jackson State, so he can't say that. I just hope he don't hold it against dancing after the game. But Dance is a really respectable coach, but I went with Alabama State.
I want to say Valley just for the hell of it, but I'm not.
I thought about it, but then they've been disappointing me, and I'm trying to win.
Alabama State. I got the Fighting Hornets from Montgomery.
I don't know what's going on with Valley, man. They had so much promise last year. This year,
I think they're not. They had so many pieces come in, but they're not putting it together right now. Like it's like the play calling is off, the personnel is off. Like you gotta, when they having some success, they go away from it. What the hell are you doing? Go back to what's working.
Maybe they
If
need to
one
play.
quarterback ain't working, take his ass out of there.
Maybe they need to play FAMU again and run the ball to the outside, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So who you got? The Fighting Hornets?
Yeah.
Stingers out.
All right. Depending on the suspension, this is a crucial game for the SWAC West. We got Alcorn at Southern.
I picked Alcorn because the SWAC is obligated because of the viralness of that video. You have to announce something prior to kickoff on Saturday. There has to be some penalties, or else you're gonna have brawls in every game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm waiting to hear what they say before I pick this one, because if they're gonna let it play out, I'm picking Southern. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, either way, when I picked Alcorn.
Yeah,
I'm picking. So
going with Alcorn.
So we're gonna put asterisk marks by mines until I find out what's going on. But if everything,
that's not how that works.
I want to know, because if
we have to make the decision based on the information that we have available.
I could put asterisk marks by y'all too. We can hold up to at least let's just go Thursday, no Friday. Thursday.
I'm still going with Alcorn. I just think they got.
I'm sticking with the corn, the Reds, because I think that they're gonna do what they need to do. And the SWAC has to make a decision.
I tell you what. I'll do tomorrow by noon.
All right.
If nothing been said, I'm going with Southern.
All right.
So
pending suspensions, you're going with
no, not even suspension. Just pending whatever they put out. If they're putting that out by Wednesday, tomorrow, I'm rocking with Southern. Now they do
that time we had that brawl at Grambling and soccer between Grambling and Alabama State. Oh, it was a lot of suspensions.
I was still looking for that one. No, it was another one. Oh, we'll talk about it. Hold on, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Zo.
Grambling stay brawling now.
I remember one, Jackson State tried to jump around on this G while we was warming up, man. And the boys had it on the gold uniforms. They weren't having that. Grambling was not having that, boy. We had a quickly one out to that middle and top.
Hold on, but I think it was either a soccer fight that happened recently with Graham and somebody else.
Well, I know Valley and Jackson State fought.
Grambling fought, from what I heard, Grambling fought somebody too.
Oh, have you heard that?
Yeah.
Did people just take a juice called brawl juice or something before this?
Last week, the SWAC was on gang. Whatever. Yeah, gang, all that. All right, we got FAMU at Grambling State. I gotta pick Grambling. I can't pick FAM. I gotta pick Grambling. I cannot pick FAM. I can't.
I understand you cannot.
I can't.
But I said what I said last week.
Okay, you can say what you say, but I can't pick FAM. I can't.
And I wanted to pick Grambling. Oh my God, deep down in my soul, I wanted to pick Grambling.
I can't pick FAM. I can't say them words.
And is at home.
I cannot say them words. Maybe a home game is what they need. Because this is what home
we
game.
We end up shooting ourselves in the foot.
Okay. I just can't pick FAMU, but go ahead, Mo.
I'm going to go with FAMU.
Zo?
It hurts to say it.
Come on, Trigger, you got this. Go ahead, pull it.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I say we get our G's back. The atmosphere in the whole spirit of Eddie Robinson Sr., the real Eddie Robinson. Just flows.
And through. Coach Junior, you can't forget Coach Junior.
And Coach Junior, but I think it just flowed through, and I hope they shock the world and beat FAMU.
So okay, let me say this. If we beat FAMU in Grambling, Hugh Jackson should go up the hill, get the G, come back down the hill, and put it on their helmets right then and there. He should
The coaching staff should put G's on the helmet.
Every last coach should put them G's on the helmet before them boys go to that locker room.
Not the equipment staff.
No, the coaches. Get them G's and put it on them boys' helmet. And every time somebody get a G, get a helmet, then they can go to the locker room. Nobody should leave the field until they get their G if they beat FAMU this week.
I mean, but
I'm gonna put this shit. I'm gonna make this shit.
I mean,
I'm gonna put
they
this shit on
did
somewhere.
really well this past week.
Right.
But at the same time, we always end up hurting ourselves.
Okay. All right. Sunday game. I'm assuming Mo going to it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at the price of the tickets because if they too high, I ain't going. I don't like neither one of them.
Yeah, look, I had to pay for Bethune, and that shit was $35. I'm like, I would never pay.
Like, I don't like neither one of these schools
to go to see no damn Bethune game. And I'm like, dog, I'm in the sun. Next time, I'm just gonna sneak in that bitch. But
well, I mean, at least we in the dome.
Yeah, so we got Pine Bluff versus Alabama A&M. This really was a coin flip for me, and I came out with Alabama A&M. Sorry.
I mean, considering I know that he would never, ever, 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 ever willingly pick Alabama A&M, makes me feel a little bit better about my choice. I picked Alabama A&M.
I flipped the coin, and I'm gonna stick to it.
What kind of coin was it?
It was a penny.
Oh, okay, that's how much that game was.
It was a penny.
I gotta pay for the ticket to go.
Yeah, it was a penny. That's it.
Oh, so you on the clock?
Yeah, I'm on the clock. It's time for Big Zo to rock. I just don't see Peanut Butter winning at home.
They ain't at home.
They in St. Louis.
They in the loop.
I got Alabama A&M. This game is not interesting to me.
Time out. Did we all three just pick Alabama A&M?
Yeah.
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 We need to mark this show down in history.
Literally, because we all just picked Alabama A&M.
Man, because really, after watching last week, they back to the Blissing Bulldogs.
I only picked them because I flipped the coin. I didn't pick them because I like them.
And it's a penny.
Yeah, it just looked good for Alabama A&M. It don't look good for Pine Bluff.
Yeah, they ain't look too hot.
Nah.
Well, let's recap. All right, so Jackson State versus Bethune, we all taking Coach Prime and his foot. We got Mississippi Valley versus Alabama State. We all taking the Fighting Hornets. Alcorn versus Southern. Mo and Zoe going with Alcorn. I'm rocking with Southern until tomorrow at noon unless some information come out. If not, I got Southern. FAMU versus Grambling. I can't pick FAMU. Mo taking FAM. So coming back home. And then
baby, come back.
Let's go. Boy, if they win, that's the song, Mo. That's the song. That's the song, Mo. You gave me the next song, Mo. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo. And going down, if Grambling win, that's the song I'm starting with. That's what I'm starting. And going down in St. Louis, we all take in Alabama A&M 3 the hard way.
No, you gotta do little Kiki. Got to be a G to the day that I die. Need that one.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I go. We got two songs. I'll let one of y'all flip the coin. Look, heads, baby, come back. Tails, got to be a G to the day. We're only gonna do the G song if Graham win. Like these songs only matter if Graham win. If Graham don't win, I'm back choosing.
Oh Lord. The way you chose for this, you came out swinging today.
They lost to the Texans.
We ain't made that yet.
We was okay, you're right.
We made that yet.
All right, so you know what time it is.
It is time for Mo's Top 5.
Woo! All right, y'all. It's been a very, very interesting week.
Mm-hmm.
My honorable mention this week is Stu.
Once again.
That's
two weeks in a row, honorable mention Texas Southern. But excuse me, Stu. Go ahead, Mo.
So they're open this week, so they won't get a chance to move up this week. But number 5, I have the Fighting Jaguars or the Jumping Jaguars. Number 4, I have Praire View A&M University. Number 3, I have Alcorn State University. Number 2, them Slytherin Rattlers from FAMU. And number 1,
FAMU moved up.
Yeah. And number 1, there's no doubt, is Prime and the Jackson State Tigers.
Okay, usually I would say, Zoe, how you feel about it? But I got to ask a question. Why Alcorn drop?
Why did they drop? Let me see.
Alcorn being 2, mostly.
No, last week, Jackson State was 1, Praire View was 2, Alcorn was 3, FAM was 4. So it kind of shifted because, 1 and 2 is the same. No, Praire View, didn't they lose?
Yeah.
So they dropped.
Would you put Praire View above Southern?
I mean, it's your top 5.
I know, because I don't really like Southern.
Oh, hey.
Your top 5.
It is Mo's top 5.
Top 5.
I got 5 on it.
So, okay. So how you feel about her top 5?
Hey, we rocking and rolling.
All right. All right, man. Switching over to the NFL. I don't really want to go too much into depth, but I played the song earlier. So we lost to the Texans on the team. That was win the game. But my next question, because I don't want to dwell on the Jaguars, is Cooper Rush the quarterback for the Cowboys?
He's currently the
hold on, Mo. Zoe, this is not your team. Go ahead, Mo.
Currently he is gonna be the starter for this week as well.
No, Mo.
No. He's not going anywhere. Dak is still the quarterback.
So if Dak is healthy, you putting him in?
I'm not talking about me. We talking about this Jerry's world.
No. I'm talking about you.
You asking my opinion?
Yeah, because we on the free
I would let him
block.
Keep rocking and rolling. He's rolling right now.
Jared Jones got nothing to do with the free agency, but
So me as the coach, yes, he's still playing because he hasn't lost a game. He's proven himself as an effective leader of the team, and Dak is injury prone. I mean, just being real, the man gets injured at the beginning of the season every year. I almost started thinking that he purposely breaks something. Derrick Rose of the NFL, apparently.
Jackson, because if he ain't got to beat the Eagles, but let's say they lose by 3. Oh, Dak, you done.
Because at this point, even with saying Dak gets back healthy, because he has been practicing, but he doesn't have the range of motion and there's still some swelling and stuff. But if he gets back healthy and he goes in as the starting quarterback or QB1, whatever you want to call it, if he goes back in and Dallas goes down, you pull him and you put the one that you've been getting success in. But at this point, I would go with Cooper because he has been doing a great job.
Okay, I just got to ask you, Mo. I really don't care about Zoe because this is not his team. All right, so Thursday Night Football, everybody was talking about this game. Put that down, Zoe. Everybody.
What do you got?
No, I'm going to block it.
Oh, Lord.
So everybody was talking about how terrible this game was. Y'all picked Sierra. I picked the Coast. Boy, I was
exactly what happened with that game.
That game.
Right. Like, what?
And then in London.
That crap.
I didn't care. I didn't care who won. I picked the Colts, so it was like whatever. But in London, the NFC East foe came out on top on the Packers, and Zoe was the only person to pick them. Wow.
The midgets.
Midgets. Lions versus the Patriots. I'm done with the Lions. Eagles versus the Arizona. Can we talk about Kyler Murray outfit for a second?
He need to fire his stylist. Whoever told him that was gonna be fly.
Let me say this. Remember, I said this ain't gonna be a kid show today. But Kyler Murray was a bad bitch.
What does outfit look like? I missed it.
It was a lime green bell-bottom suit.
Let's type it in. Hold on.
You gotta put outfit. Put outfit at the end. Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go.
Oh.
My boy was a bad bitch. My boy was a bad bitch.
What kind of shoes he got on?
Bare bottoms. Them classic 70s.
No, I was looking at the shoes.
I know. I call them bare bottoms. But the little.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, he got the whole outfit from the 70s.
My boy was a bad
Maybe
bitch.
it was a throwback day that they didn't tell us about.
He was a bad bitch. I was want to leave that
like
alone.
he came from the disco era.
He was high as hell.
Yeah, he was. All right, we got 49 versus the Panthers. 49ers won, and they fired Matt Rule. We got some more to talk about that. The team versus the Titans. Coach talked about the coaching, not the coaching, the quarterback. Titans came through. Gonna talk more about that. The damn Seahawks, the damn Geno Smith. Just couldn't come through. Brown versus the Chargers. Mo took the Browns. I don't know why. Bucks versus the Falcons. We knew it was going to happen, but this game.
Boy, that was about to be a game changer for real. The Bucks and Falcons. That was.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that too. That sack, fake sack, passing whatever, man.
Roughing the passer. Yeah.
It was a clean hit.
Yeah. Very clean, but they want to be particular on swinging quarterbacks because of what happened to Tua.
Well, if Tom Brady old ass can't take a hit, it's time to retire. He already lost a kick behind it.
It happened in another game too.
We'll talk about that too.
Sack. Yeah,
so we got Bears versus the Vikings. Zoe took the Bears. Bills.
You skipped the Jets and Dolphins.
I was trying to skip it.
Okay.
Because I was pissed. But it's all good. Zoe took the Jets. I'll give him that.
It was following my lead. I should have stuck with the Jets.
Yeah, well, Jets, Jets. Bills did what they did. The boys, my pick was just going to be determined by Zoe pick. So Zoe took the ram in the bush. I took the boys. Hallelujah. We just going to skip past my Jaguars and go straight to Mo brother. Came through. And then this game was kind of shaky too.
Shaky, shaky, shaky.
But the same thing that Zoe was talking about happened with the Bucks and the Falcons happened in this game, but the Chiefs pulled it through. Now, last week, Mo was 8-7, Zoe was 5-11, I was 7-9. This week, 10-6, your boy was 12-4. Which brings the 37-41-1, 32-46-1, 44-33-1. Zoe, you in the middle.
In the middle, I know, man. You was talking indoors last year.
That was last year.
He just his damn lead.
That was last year. Let me tell you why I extended my lead. Right here. That was the game changer. That was the game changer right there. That was the game changer. This could have been a game changer, but it was all good. But that was a game changer. So, yep, that's where we at. We got a lot to talk about, guys. Let's get these picks out the way so we could talk about some football stuff that I couldn't believe that went down this week. So, let me get my thing ready. Boom, boom, boom. Once again, I didn't have a chance to write this stuff down, so we just got to thug it out. All right, this Thursday, we got the team versus the Bears.
I went with the Bears.
The Bears. Zoe?
Oh, I got the Bears.
I thought you picked the Cummies. I was about to say not the Cummies.
Come on now.
It's going to be an ugly one, but I got the Bears.
Bears 3 to hurry. All right, we got the Ravens versus the Midgets. Mo brother versus the Midgets.
I picked the Ravens. Mo's brother.
Mo's brother. I got Mo brother. It was a tough one, but I think Lamar could pull this one out.
Yep.
I got the Midgets.
Okay, Zoe going 2 weeks in a row with the Midgets.
Yep.
All right. Have more with them than his free agency.
No, they just got a solid team.
Okay, we got the Patriots versus the Browns. Are you gonna step out on that limb again?
Yep.
Mo got the Browns?
Yep.
I don't believe you. I be damn. Mo got the Browns. I got the Patriots. I got the Patriots.
Okay.
I got New England.
Denzel got the Patriots. All right, we got Tampa Bay versus Mike Tomlin.
I got Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Mo? Mo picked the Steelers. Mo picked the Steelers. Me and Zoe got Tampa Bay and Tom Brady, and Mo picked the Steelers. Mo, is you really trying to win this thing, huh? Going against the grain.
I was doing this while I was at work, still in my office. It was after hours. But it was just like, I just couldn't make myself underline the Bucks. Like, I just couldn't do it. And so I just felt like my rationale is he's always broke even in his season. He's never had a losing season. Yeah. And so at some point it has to turn around. Yeah, and I just don't like Tom Brady. So black head coach, I went with him.
All right. I'm gonna let you stand on that one. All right. This one could be a potential good game. Depends on how it go. But we got the Jets versus the Cheesehead.
Pick the Packers.
Yeah, Cheeseheads.
All right, Packers 3 the hard way. I got the Packers too. All right, we got the hold on, let me finish the 1 o'clock games. We got Vikings versus the Dolphins. I'm taking the Vikings. I like what's going on.
I picked the Vikings.
I got Minnesota.
And they don't have the Dolphins. I looked it up. Like, they don't really know who's going to be the quarterback this weekend.
3 the hard way on Minnesota. All right, Minnesota. All right, 49ers versus the Falcons. Rolling with the Niners.
I'm digging for gold.
Giving them Dirty Birds.
You can have them.
Ooh, and the Dirty Birds kick 3.
You can have them.
Give me the Dirty Birds.
You can have them, my boy. You want 2 or
they
or
all
just
yours
1?
This week. They all yours.
You want 2 or 1?
I got them with another field goal.
Okay, you get 3 of them. All right. Falcons going to that boy Zoe.
That's a little scary considering I just got finished singing the part Dirty Birds kick for 3.
I mean, you picked the Browns, so technically, Mo, I don't know what to say about you, but I know who I'm picking. I'm picking the Bengals over the Saints.
After this past week, anything can happen.
That's in the SWAC.
Yeah, it's football.
All right, Bengals versus the Saints. You know who I'm picking. This is an easy one, too. How y'all feel?
I picked the Bengals. I think they do.
Come on, Zoe. Say it, Zoe.
I got the black and gold.
Come on, Zoe. I knew you had the black and gold.
I originally was finna pick them, then I changed my mind.
Come on, change your mind back. Change your mind back.
No, that's all right. You hush. I already took some risky damn picks.
Wait. Did Florida pick the Saints?
No, hell no. You know he ain't picked the Saints.
I want to see if he's gonna say it.
Look, if I would have picked the Saints, I'm about to drink all this.
Oh no, you put that down.
Look like I'm picking the Saints. Come on now. All right, we got my Jaguars. I ain't even gonna wait till last to talk about it, but they're going to play the Colts. I'm hoping we bounce back against the Colts. It's in Indianapolis. I'm going with my Jaguars.
Man, this is my last hope with them. Give me the Jaguars.
Maybe you should pick against.
I'm going with the Jags.
Thank you. All right, through the hallway with my Jaguars. All right. Panthers versus the Rams. Panthers got an interim coach.
I'm going with the Ram in the bush.
Ram in the bush it is. Through the hard way on Ram in the bush. Cardinals versus the Seahawks.
Red birds are quite nice. So
I'm going with that bad bitch, Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Next week we'll make it more kid friendly. Not this week.
No, this week started off rough.
Not this week.
Okay. Can't say the Bills and the Chiefs for last.
Who did y'all pick for the Cardinals and the Seahawks?
I picked the Redbird.
Arizona.
All right, everybody taking Arizona. All right, I'm gonna say. Well, let me go ahead and get this out. Broncos versus the Chargers. I got the Chargers. I don't know why this is a Monday night football game.
Chargers, charge me up.
They should switch. They should literally switch the Bills and the Chiefs to Monday night and make
That's
the
the game that is the game of the week. I have that one circled.
Well, I don't even think that was the game of to me. The game of the week.
Yeah.
So literally the Cowboys versus the Eagles.
Well, I mean, that means you got really two games of the week because you got the Eagles coming in undefeated, Dallas coming in 4-1, and then you got the Bills and the Chiefs. They got the same record coming into the game, and it's a lot of pomp and circumstance going to be surrounding that game because of the playoffs.
Right. Which, let me say this too. I don't think neither one of these teams will be number one in the AFC. I think there'll be two. I don't think
the Bills and the Chiefs.
I mean, we talk. Well, first we talking about the Broncos and the Chargers. Pick that game.
I got the Chargers at home.
All right, so we all got the both three. So we talking about both of them. The boys versus the Eagles, and then we got the Bills versus the Chiefs. Now I'm gonna say this. I don't think one of these two teams is gonna be number one in the AFC. I think, depending on what Baltimore do, they might sneak out number one, and the Bills and the Chiefs will be 2 and 3.
I gotta look at the schedule.
Baltimore got to get themselves together.
Yeah. So I gotta look at the schedules.
So I just don't think one of these two teams is gonna be number one. Which, depending on how it goes, it could be a great divisional game.
The Bills are pretty solid though.
I just like the Chiefs, and the only reason I'm picking the Chiefs because you just can't count out Patrick Mahomes.
You can't.
This is gonna. I hope this game is like 75-72.
You got high hopes.
Bad for their statistician. I figured it was going to be a defensive contest and it was going to be low scoring.
And if it comes to defense, I give my favorite to the Bills. That's why I chose the Bills.
I picked the Chiefs. I'm in Missouri.
Me and Mo got the Chiefs. Zoe going with the Bills. All right. Let's get to it. Mo, your team. Sunday night football. Y'all going to Philadelphia on a winning streak. Your starting quarterback down. Your boy, the Sunshine came in there.
Sunshine.
And now you're going to play Philly. What a setup. Whoever the football guys was watching this is made for TV. Usually they just put the Cowboys on Sunday night TV because they knew the eyes going to be there. But the eyes really going to be there. My eyes going to be there. And I'm saying that. I'm watching this game. Usually on Sunday night football, depending on what the Jaguars do, I don't even care. But this game I'm watching. So Mo, you pick last, and I'm gonna pick first. I'm going with the Cowboys with the upset. I think Cooper Rush gonna come through and put Dak Prescott on the bench for the rest of the season.
He gonna damn for sure put him on notice. He already did that.
Zoe, what do you say? Mo picked last. This is her team.
I based this pick off of performance last week. A lot of people might not know this or paid attention to this, but the Cowboys scored one offensive touchdown last week. Defense scored one, and then the rest was field goals. Mm-hmm. If you go to Philadelphia playing like that, it's going to be a long night.
We did.
Philadelphia got a solid team. I'm rocking with Philadelphia.
Zoe is going with the Eagles. I'm glad I picked the way I picked.
I got the Eagles.
I am picking against Zoe. All right, Mo.
All right. Okay, so naturally, we already know my pick.
Naturally.
But for the sake of the record, I will say I'm going with them boys. Dallas is pretty solid on the road. Like, I don't know what it is about them playing on the road, and even with them playing as the underdog, it's just like their lights a fire. And so then with Cooper, like, understandably, like Zoe said, they offense only scored one touchdown, but that's why you have offense and defense. Mm-hmm. You make sure that the personnel that you have in place can perform on that level, and the defense did what needed to be done. They scored a touchdown. The special teams, it came down to kicks. But again, do you really want a kicker that don't have to work? That's why they're there. So it was sufficient in getting them past. I think that the Dallas Cowboys wins the game and the Eagles winning streak ends.
Hallelujah. All right.
Both teams will leave 5-1.
5-1. I'm not going to do our recap. You heard what we said. I just want to get to this sack, but now it's a roughing the passer. Hey guys, dear NFL, what happened to Tua was something that happened to do with his own franchise. Everything else, that is a sack. Chris Long, you are correct when you sacked Derek Carr and got a fumble and recovered the fumble, but they say it was roughing the passer.
Don't agree with it. I think that I've been saying for years that they have this unofficial Brady rule in the NFL, because if you flinch at him a little bit, you damn near get a penalty flag thrown, much less touching him. They very rarely let Tom Brady touch the turf. So for me, that wasn't a surprise call because they do it all of the time.
But you should, ain't nobody point out that Tom Brady was kicking at the boy. Nobody put that out. I'm just saying, y'all.
Do we have a replay?
He kicked at him. Like,
I wish.
He literally, while the ball rolled over, he kicked him. Yeah, he kicked him. And he tried to kick him like, and then what y'all gonna call it?
I'd have kicked him when he was on the ground. I'd have got ejected and fine. Because you ain't gonna kick at me and I'm doing my job.
Well, Mo, you would have been kicked out the league because touching Tom Brady is automatic.
Exactly. Punishment is dumb. Is damn near punishable by death.
Yes, pretty much.
Get the boys. I can't, man. That takes away the fun. Like
they really like you killing all the defensive players. Because what? Let's be real. Josh Allen for the Bills. You really think you finna get him down on one hit? No, you're gonna have to sling him. That's a big boy.
So but my whole thing is what message does this to the defense? Because at the end of the day, when the ball snaps, when that play goes, like when it goes into play, the goal of the defense is to stop it. Your main goal is to get to that quarterback behind the line of scrimmage for the sack. So Now you damn near putting the defense in a position where they're gonna be terrified of costing their team yards when getting to the quarterback. That's not fair to them.
Nope.
You putting them at a disadvantage because Tom Brady brittle bones.
Well, then Matt Rule got fired, and I'm just saying it now. Matt Rule to Nebraska.
I can see Nebraska.
Because I just don't think Urban Meyer would take the Nebraska job.
I don't know who's going to go to Auburn.
Depending on what type of money Auburn offer Urban Meyer. Because Deion not going. I don't think Deion leave this year. I think Deion leave next year.
I don't think he leaves before he gets Jackson State out of the SWAC. That's an incentive in his contract.
We can't see that, Zoe.
I know. I'm going to take the – hold on. He dropped another video, and it's the reason why I call him a show. He got a song out.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
He got a song.
Oh, yeah, it's a show.
Yeah.
So, I think Matt Rule goes to Nebraska. I think, depending on how much money Auburn offers Urban Meyer, or they wait one more year, and then it's going to cost 80 to 90. I say between 70 to 80 million to get Deion. Excuse me, Coach Prime.
I was to say, do his kids enter into the transfer portal?
No, I think Shedeur finishes at Jackson. I think he breaks all Jackson records. Now the other son, I think maybe he might do it. Just
Hey, he almost senior.
He shouldn't have left South Carolina State.
He shouldn't. He was more effective there because you really don't hear anything about him.
I mean, he's a big hitter. That's about it as safety. But yeah,
it's the Shedeur show.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shedeur and the Jackson Tigers.
Shedeur and Deion. That's all it's about.
So I think Shedeur's gonna do 4 years, hopefully at Jackson State. But I think year 3, yeah.
The daughter, she's a freshman, right?
Yeah,
but she ain't that good to go to Auburn. Or any other school. Period.
But Deion, if they want him, they'll bring her.
You're right. There might be a package where, hey, we got some type of scholarship that we found somewhere hidden on the books for your daughter.
I mean, technically, she can get a minority scholarship because
hell, they might even give her NIL. They'll find some NIL depending on what school he goes to.
Because one thing I will not take away from him, he's gonna always position his family to win too. So I can't take that away from him. He's doing what a father does for his children. He's setting them up in a place to where they can prosper outside of him. And I can't take that away from him because let's just look at Shedeur and all of the NLIs or NIL or whatever the hell them things got.
If Texas Southern wouldn't be in the hole for $90 million, Primetime would be the next head coach at Texas A&M.
My thing is with PWIs is with dealing with Prime is who gonna handle his showmanship? Like he may be out there.
You know that he brought on his own PR person, right? When he got to Jackson.
But still, it's not about PR, just with the boosters and how they handle Prime. Because
long as he's winning football
games,
they
don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah, you can say that.
I'm about to say, matter of fact, they would flourish under. They would be thrilled with his showmanship because
I said it from
their name in the media. So that's one of the reasons why Jackson State don't have a problem with it because he's building their brand.
I said it when Florida State let whatever his name, Willie Taggart go, and they was looking for a coach, and I heard Prime was one of the supposed. I said they should have got him because look what he could have did for Florida State, and you could have got him for 30 to 40 million. Now it's going to cost you.
He's proven that he can coach at the collegiate level.
It's going to cost you. It's going. If Brian Kelly got 90 million to go to LSU, it's going to cost between 7 to 80 million to get Prime.
He'll be better than the person who's eating grass. By the way, they still haven't announced who that independent neurologist or neurosurgeon or whoever was that examined Tua. They still keep saying independent. I'm like, put his name out there.
It's going to come out sooner or later because, somebody better get it. All right. It's time for Zoe bold prediction. Zoe, what you got for us?
I'm pulling it up. Give me 1 second. All right. Number three. Dak Prescott, his job is in jeopardy. You laughing?
I can support that.
I say that because this playbook, it fits more to Cooper Rush, his style of play than Dak. I mean, he come in, he's 5-0 as a starting quarterback, 4-0 this year. It's the same thing that happened to Romo. Well, Romo did it to the previous quarterback. Dak did it to Romo. Cooper Rush doing it to Dak.
It's a cycle.
Number two, I think the G-Men break out some new uniforms. I know we've seen the white on white, black on black, white on black.
That yellow was trash. I just want to point that out.
I haven't seen the yellow. Have we done the yellow?
Yeah, Jackson State.
Yep.
We did?
Yep. Look like a
highlighter.
Pretty much with red and black stripes.
Was it white on yellow?
Nah, it was yellow with black and red.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be mad to see an all red combo.
Baby, that's what we need. But go ahead, your bro position.
Mm-hmm. So I just say a new uniform. And the last one is, I think the G's return to the helmets this week.
Oh, I hope you're so right.
I hope that will come true.
It's a different feeling too when you got the G on the side of your head. Just first home game too. It just
and that's what you know. What I gotta cut you. That's the part that pissed me off. You going into your first home game, and you ain't got that G on your helmet. You coming in like it's a spring game,
right? And there were a lot of people.
I have a question. Do y'all think that he did this to create a controversy? To create talk in the media?
You don't do it during the season. Like a lot of players been posting that, they earned the G during
camp
and doing summer workouts. That way. But the way he's doing it during the season is not the right way. You should have established that during the spring.
I think you should have never put the G's on the helmet. You should have made them earn it. That way, after the Northwestern game, you could have went into, what was the first game? Arkansas State? Nothing. They beat Northwestern. Okay, now we put the G's on. Leave it go. Set a precedent. Hey, y'all got to win y'all game to get the G. And if you lose 2 in a row, we take them back. Even though it's BS, because
it's playing with people's emotions.
Yeah.
Because, essentially, the players are out there playing, but the coaches are the ones calling those dumbass plays.
Right.
And they're the ones who choose who goes in the game.
Right, because last week, we didn't do, I know, under every coach I worked under, we did a blitz pickup package every practice. No matter who we played, we worked on blitz pickup. It don't look like we did against A&M. They blitz every series, at least one drive, at least one play, third down, first down, second down, somebody came. And it killed us. The only way we beat the blitz was quick passes and screen plays.
Come on, Grambling. Win the one in the hole. Get your G back.
I would gladly lose this week.
Mm-hmm.
Before that.
Right.
I don't.
All I gotta say, if they beat FAMU, Hugh Jackson to get in a cart, go up the hill, get them G's, come back down the hill, and put it on every player helmet before they go to that locker room.
He ain't gotta go. He ain't gotta go up the hill. They in the cart. They in the trunk, sitting on the sideline.
They should get the G back that moment. So.
I'm about to say, matter of fact, once the clock ticking down, they need to go to the trunk,
Come on
get
now.
the G's, and they need to be at least handing them out. Let us see something symbolically of the G
Come
coming
on,
back.
you telling me you know how big that would be right there in front of the home crowd? It's like literally 2 minutes left. Let's say 2 minutes. Let's break it down. 45 seconds, Grambling up 27-13. Start passing that G out, putting it on the helmet. Put the reserves in, and all the starters getting their G, and then you just. Man, it would be
I know they need to have their G's back before homecoming.
It would be a beautiful moment for Hugh Jackson, and he would literally set himself up good and ground. If they're winning.
In a minute, I'm gonna start a damn GoFundMe. How much we need to buy his country?
It ain't much. It ain't much. So
I mean, he
ain't got to worry. The legends will do that.
Right. Because that's what I'm saying. This going into this weekend, yeah. They don't have the G's on. It's gonna be some smoke. All the money he think he got from the legends now, it's gonna disappear.
I mean, it's hurtful. Like to know who Grambling is and just the brand and just what the G stands for. And when we're going down and we're losing these little sorry ass teams, and Lord, please forgive me for saying it like that, but because that's not nice. But we're going and we're losing these teams that we normally would beat to sleep. That hurts.
But Bethune, only thing I'm gonna say is Bethune, you got to blame that on the players. That game, they lost that game. Alabama A&M, I kind of called a little bit of it. But Pete, I don't know about Zoe. You saw PG better than me, but Bethune, that's on the players.
I hate the single out players.
I hate the one that his helmet came out when he run down the field.
Yeah, because that was a momentum killer.
But I don't hate him. I hate what he did.
Yeah, like I understand that you want to celebrate because we scored a touchdown, but dude, you gotta have football.
You gotta have presence. Like you gotta have a presence of mind.
You gotta have that brain to say, okay, my helmet off. We running down the field. Let me just chill. Matter of fact, let me turn around and just go get my helmet and just chill. You know what I'm saying? I'll celebrate with you on the sideline. As a QB, you gotta understand. All right, if I'm gonna run, I'm gonna throw the ball out of bounds. I'm going to throw it out of bounds. Out of bounds. Matter of fact, hit the cheerleaders. Just throw it past the cheerleaders. Throw it into the stands.
Speaking of the cheerleaders, they must ain't been falling. They must ain't been falling. Because, back in the day, if a cheerleader failed, we won the game. Somebody to go push one of them bitches. I mean, my bad.
It ain't a kid show, Mo. Today is not a kid show, so go ahead and say
somebody go push one of them off the damn pyramid or something.
Man, I seen the cheerleaders over the Tiger Head now. Let's take that back. That used to be equipment. That's football equipment. They not rubbing it down right.
Free agent football, man. Week 6, gang. A lot of stuff went down. I don't know what's going to happen this week. All I know is tomorrow at 12, I will know my pick. We got 2 big football games in the NFL between the Bills and Chiefs, Cowboys and Eagles. And then we got a good game when it comes to Southern and Alcorn. And then hopefully Grambling just can beat FAMU so I can talk some shit at least just for 1 week. Free Agent Sports Blog, that's Zoe, that's Mo. We out of here. Gang.
Headline, Starlight.
DJ Star.